Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So those of you that have been following along, I've done a couple videos on this motor. Tonight's a little bit different though. I switched out the coil and switched out the circuit. This is a John Bedini circuit. For those of you that aren't familiar with it, this is it right here. So you have dual windings. One is a trigger, one is a primary, and then you have the diode for the output. Comes over, charges a capacitor, and then you have a time switch that dumps into the second battery. So that's how this is set up. Here's our little John Bedini circuit. Right here I have two 510 ohm resistors in parallel, so right around 250 ohms. We have the 18 gauge and 26 gauge right here, and then these are the two 1-inch magnets with a soft iron core, basically mild steel, on a 7/16 or 8mm shaft. This is a 17-inch fan blade, and then here's our two batteries. This is our primary run battery and our charge battery. So this is set up exactly like this. So here's the circuit. It's right here. The two windings, 1, 2. And then the whole capacitor discharge right here is this right here. So this is a capacitor. It's rated for 25 volts. We have a 22 volt Zener and then an SCR. So this will be triggering right around 22 volts and then dumping into this battery. Exactly how the schematic shows. So let's kick this thing over and see how she works. So this is basically running the same speed as the last two videos. So if you haven't seen those, I'd suggest watching those first. So here we go. So this is for those of you that aren't familiar with the Bedini circuit, you actually have to move it because it has the small coil. It's going to make a generator effect to trigger the transistor. So the other one was optics, so all you have to do is move it into the timing and it will start. But this one you just have to give it a little kick, and you could hear it start to oscillate and fire up. So as this gets going here, this is our amperage. So right around 450 milliamps. So almost a half an amp, but just under. This is our output right here. So you can see right here on the voltmeter, charges up to right around 22 volts as it hits. And the motor is running 525 RPM, so it's about the same speed as the last video, just a different coil, different circuit. But I wanted to set this up just like the Bedini setup so that you guys could get an idea of how that works. So what happens is, as this is coming in, it's making a magnetic field in the small wire and making a current flow, which turns on the transistor. And the transistor turns on and fires the big coil. And when the polarity reverses with the magnet, there's a little diode in there, it'll shut down the circuit, and then when the right polarity comes around again, it'll just fire. And then I have a big diode right here in the middle that pulls the spike right out of the system, and then goes down and charges the capacitor, and then discharges it when it gets to the correct voltage. Which on this one it seemed to work the best at 22. With the, you could do down to 15-16 volts, but it was charging up the capacitor too much, and then the SCR kind of latches. So 22 volt Zener worked pretty good, and this is a 33,000 microfarad cap at 25 volts. So hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching.